Nintendo doesn't tend to like outright sue streamers, content creators, but I think there's always like that little tiny idea in the back of our heads that like, yeah, but I bet if we stepped out of line enough, I bet if one of us made them mad enough, they might do it. And it's as we said, whenever Nintendo does decide to take action in a case like this, they usually like to make an example. And so you don't want to be that person who stuck their neck out just a little bit too far and, made Nintendo bring down the axe. But it seems that there is a streamer who goes by Every Game Guru who has gotten on Nintendo's bad side, seemingly on purpose. It almost seems like this was this person's goal from the beginning. But I don't know. Let's go through the details. The real name of the person in question is Jesse Kayan, and it seems that this person had a real habit, a real affinity for acquiring Nintendo games early. They always leak early, and streaming them early, far before release, being real sure to monetize that content. Really just absolutely just adamant about making sure that he makes money on this content of early games that should not be out yet. Nintendo's lawsuit claims on at least 50 occasions in the last 2 years, defendant has streamed gameplay footage of pirated copies of at least 10 different Nintendo games without authorization, all before those titles were released to the public. So at least 50 occasions, 10 different games. So this is all, it's already troublesome behavior. Again, we all think, what if we take it a step too far and Nintendo gets mad at us? But like consistently getting early games and streaming them and being sure to monetize them. Okay, bad enough. It seems that Nintendo has been in contact with this person and, directly. And that right there, that's what's funny is to us people who are a little bit afraid of getting in trouble, usually that's all it takes. Nintendo knows they're scary. Usually all they have to do is step in and be like, hey, please cut it out. Send an email or something. Most people will get spooked by that and they will stop. It seems that Jesse decided to not stop, decided to keep going. And not only that, but basically egg Nintendo on, decided to message them back and boast about what he was doing and refuse to stop. Let's see. He sent a letter to Nintendo boasting that he has 1,000 burner channels to stream from and he can, quote, do this all day. Now, right here, I don't know everything about this Jesse Kayan person. I don't know everything about all of these laws, but to me, that's a red flag. To me, that feels like slightly foolish. Just a little bit foolish. When they start sending you legal letters, legal threats, and you say, I got a lot of burner channels, I can do this all day. I think that it's possible that this person was not sensing the gravity of this situation, because this was not YouTube contacting him and saying, hey, if you keep streaming this unauthorized copyrighted content, we'll shut down your channel. Now to that, I could see a person responding, shut down my channel if you want. I got 1,000 of them. I don't think that's what Nintendo was saying. They're not threatening to shut down his channel. So his response, I think he might not have been getting it. And it really just seems like he was very, very bold about all of this. And furthermore, the lawsuit claims that he told Nintendo, he said this to them, that he would, quote, actively help people find newer and updated copies of popular Nintendo emulators and he has been accused of offering to help people play Switch games on their PC without having to buy a Switch. So, again, seems a little bit foolish to me. Hey, I'm gonna keep doing this, and in fact, I am gonna make sure that as many people as possible know how to pirate Switch games illegally so that they do not have to purchase them legitimately and play them on legitimate Nintendo Switch hardware. Now, in most cases of Nintendo versus the little guy, I'm not usually going to side with Nintendo. Even if they're doing something really wrong, it's just kind of like, I don't know, they're a huge multi-billion-dollar corporation. So like when they make an example of a person and say they have to pay back all this money, they're never, no, let's just ruin this person financially. It doesn't ever really feel good, you know? But you do reach a point. You do reach a point where it's like, golly, my guy, what do you think you're doing? What did you expect? And it seems Nintendo is seeking $150,000 per infringement of its copyright, and it believes there were at least 50 occasions in the last 2 years, and that adds up to $7.5 million, which is, of course, way more than, I mean, I'm guessing here, it's probably way more than Jesse Kayen, aka Every Game Guru, is gonna be able to pay. I don't know how this is gonna shake out. I don't know if ultimately they're gonna get their money or what. I don't even know who this person is. I guess I could do more research and actually, if this is a content creator, I suppose. I don't know what their response to all this is. Honestly, I'm not interested enough to do that right now. I do think it's all interesting though. Nintendo's just going after this person, just going after a streamer. It seems that you can make them angry enough, you know. Streaming stuff before it's been released, like, yeah, that's a pretty big no-no. I could see Nintendo getting pretty angry about that, and you know, trying to help people pirate games. Like, yeah, no, I can definitely see it here. And you know what? If anything, this makes me less worried. I mean, I'm never like really worried about myself. It's kind of just like I think we all. It's not rational. We don't really think Nintendo's gonna come after us, but there's always this idea. Well, especially because like the whole online playtest thing. Like, I was all like, whatever. Like, I didn't sign an NDA. No one did. I'm just gonna talk about it. But then before I put out the video, I saw that like Nintendo was genuinely taking stuff down. Like, you couldn't even find footage on Twitter because like every time there was a tweet that anyone could like find, it would get taken down by Nintendo. They were taking down content on YouTube. So it reached this point where it's like, oh, they actually did spook me. You know, I didn't think they were going to sue me or anything, but I didn't want I didn't want a copyright strike. I don't want to deal with all this stuff. So like they successfully scared me into not uploading footage of that playtest thing. You know, they definitely, they make it clear, like they're real. They're not necessarily just the boogeyman. They will act if they have to. But a story like this makes me feel actually a little safer. It took a lot for them to go after this guy. he had to act very, very, very foolishly in a way that I'm very confident that I will never act that way. I'm never gonna stream a game before it comes out, and I'm certainly never gonna go around telling everybody, hey, steal Switch games. Let's all just have like a Switch game pirating party. Let's see how much money we can keep from Nintendo. It's not gonna happen. So I think I'm probably okay.